Okay. Here comes yet another video. Okay, yeah. This one was going to be on um things that uh things that I guess I couldn't live without, or things that helped me out as far as being a new mom. Or like my favorite things, I guess you can say. Um I want to kind of do it. I may end up doing this one kind of like a 1 to 3 months, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12 type deal. Maybe it all depends. I can ramble and talk. As mean my videos. I don't think I've done a video that's been under 10 minutes. So sorry. Um, but okay, number one. We got a I guess like a pack and play type thing. It was Baby Trends Close and Cozy. My god sister had one when she had her daughter. She ended up taking it back. But when I saw it, I thought it was so cool the way it is made. Um, Editing my videos, my laptop is on the fritz, and uploading these from the mobile version, like from my phone and on my tablet, you can't really edit. You actually can't edit at all. So I won't be able to really do this the way I want to, as far as like just inserting pictures, into the video, that way until I get my laptop fixed. So I'm just going to do it as far as showing you a picture. So this is the Baby Trend, one that we have. It's called Zulu, and I'm going to make sure that it's actually in the shot. If you can see that. So it's like just the regular playpen. It has the bassinet part, but this is the part that's very different from other like newborn nappers or sleepers. Oh, and also this part is the one, like, it does have a changing pad to where it folds down. You remove this and you can flip it over, and I like it because it's not like other ones that are, to me, kind of flimsy and loose. It lays flat directly onto the top of the playpen, so it's a lot sturdier to me. And then you have the top piece, which is this, and it's to where they sleep next to you, and they are like bed level or like eye level. They're closer to you, so it's not like you have to reach when they're an infant. You don't have to like reach down into the bassinet to get to the baby. So I really like that. And for me, because we were trying to do things that were just trying to purchase things that we could use over and over again, or have different uses to, where we weren't wasting money on a lot of stuff, that little piece worked for us. Babies R Us has this, like, I want to say it's like playpen essentials or something. What normally sits in there could be kind of hard, and I would never want to lay a child on it. And it folds up into 3 pieces to go into that cozy part, and then you fold it completely out for like the top bassinet part, and then you can also put it, then once for the actual playpen, it's the floor of the playpen. But for sleeping purposes, for me, I was like, that was kind of hard, so we got a little. It was a small like bed thing, whatever, that we put in there that was for the top part. I think it's more, I don't want to say it was a changing table padding, but it was some type of padding that we put in there so that it was soft, for him. And for the bassinet type part of it, there's one that's like a padding for playpens or play yards and bassinets. They have a padded one for that one as well. So we would put it in there. I know in my parenting tag, I added as far as back sleeping versus like on their sides and or on their stomach. For us, what works, we put his Boppy or whatever the generic brand of it that my mom got from Walmart. Like the dimensions of this, the Boppy sat in it very snugly to where it literally created like a hole or like a little section in it to where we were able to lay him in it, and he was like on his side, and he was able to curl up. And that's how he slept for maybe like the first, until like, you know, he got used to being in this world. He slept like that for like the first, I want to say almost a month. Like it probably was like a month that he slept like literally in that little makeshift womb. Because your child, can wake up. Well, what makes them like wake up sometimes and come out of their sleep is they have been inside this womb, and it's like if they kick, especially the bigger they got, if they kicked or if they raised their arms, there was only so far that they could do those things. So to be completely out and have all this room, your child wakes up a lot because they may move their arm or kick their leg, and it's able to go out further than it normally would have, and it will startle them, and it will wake them up, which is why a lot of people like to swaddle, because it limits their movement, and it makes them feel like they're still in the womb, but that just didn't work for, you know, our son. So I'm going to try and pull up the picture on the laptop of, well, this is my husband's laptop. Mine is just, I can't do anything on mine. Of how I meant to have this up because it's going to make this video even longer because it's not up. Of how, I think we have a picture of how we put him in it. But that was one of the things, like I couldn't live without my playpen or my Close and Cozy, because it was great for him, for, you know, him being there for nursing, for sleeping. Afterwards, we took that, and because we had the padding in it, we would sit it up. When he was learning to sit up and things of that nature, I can take that part off, bring it to the living room, and it was like his own little personal couch. So when he learned to sit up, as far as like sitting down in front of the TV and things of that nature, he was able to sit in that. With the way that's made, if he was sleeping, he could stay in there sleeping. I could physically go, take that, pick it up, put it in the bathroom, and he would sleep and never be none the wiser that he wasn't, you know, in his, you know, in, I guess you could say the bed, because for him that was his bed. So I was able to take it to the bathroom and get a shower in that way without waking him up. So I love that, in the fact that you can move just that top piece and he can sleep in it peacefully. Once he completely outgrew it for any purposes, whether it was sleeping or just sitting in it, you know, as like a little couch, we used it as his first toy bin. Like we took the bottom part out, whatever, and like all of his toys and things were, you know, in that, to where they were contained in the living room. So for us, it had multiple purposes, to where even though it seemed expensive, it worked for us because we were able to use it a lot longer and use it for different things, to where it was, you know, beneficial to us. Which one is this? Okay. The other thing that I would not have been able to survive without was like the little bouncer. Same thing. It was something that he can sit in. I liked, one thing I realized with my son was he liked water. So to calm him, my husband did not like it, especially like if he was not home, but I would take him into the shower with me. Sorry. I mean, I would. Some people say it's like, it's not safe or whatever. But just like the water, you know, hitting him, it was very soothing for him. It worked for us. So we took a lot of showers and a lot of baths together. And so that, you know, when he was smaller, I didn't want him to, of course, just to be, you know, in the tub, and he couldn't hold his head up. So with the little bouncer thing, it had like, you know, just the fabric on it. I can put him in there, strap him in. We had a big Roman tub, so it was easier for me. I can put him in there and play with him in the water. His head isn't going anywhere near, and he's still kind of in the tub. That calmed him. So that bouncer worked for me as far as like being able to just sit him in so I can get things done. It worked at bath time. So that was a lifesaver for me. The third thing was my wrap. I had like the regular traditional one, like a backpack, like baby Bjorn type deal or whatever. But that killed my back. I mean, I was able to use that until he was maybe 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks or something, before I'm like, this is killing me. I can't do it. I really wanted a Moby wrap, but I just couldn't see myself investing $40 in one. But if I had to, I probably would have. once I did the research and realized exactly what that wrap was, I'm like, it's just a piece of like basically stretchy fabric. And look, I was blessed in that I went to Walmart one day and they had that exact same, well, actually, even before that, I just went and got like a regular piece of like fabric measured out at like, because I'm a bigger girl, it was like what, 6 yards long, and I learned how to wrap it, and I love that one. And I mean, it was comfortable for me. It just wasn't as stretchy, and I wasn't able to nurse in that one because it was so constricting over his head because it didn't have any pull to it. But I got that one, and it worked for us. And I actually want to, because it's in storage now, I kind of want to go get it because they said, the stretchy one doesn't work for carrying them on your back. And I want to be able to do that. You have to use a woven one, I guess, whatever. But I'm like, I want to kind of try that one before I go out and purchase one that they say is made for back carrying. But after, I had that one, my husband would complain about the fabric a lot and how big it was. I happened to go into Walmart. They had the I guess it's like a jersey knit fabric. It was like basically just a stretchy fabric, and it was on sale. It was like $1.50 a yard. So for about $9, I was able to get 2 of them. So I just basically cut it up the middle, and I had 2 for less than $40. Even now, like I've tried to find that fabric in Walmart, I can't. I've gone to Joann's, and a lot of times it's on sale. Then you can still use the 40%, coupon to where you can get 6 yards for basically kind of the same thing for like $40, but you can get 2 out of it because you can cut it, in like fold it in half, cut it up the middle, whatever, and you can get 2. You can give it to someone else if you want, or for yourself. You can just have like, I kept 1 in the car just in case I forgot, forgot mine. 1 was in the house. I could have 1. My husband could have 1. So, having 2 was convenient for us, and we didn't have to pay all that money. So my wrap, very, very, very essential. My breast pump. I had the Medela, what is it called? Pump. Oh. It was one like in a little bag of, it was like a little baggy, God, can't think of the name of it. It's been so long. But it was a Medela pump. The only thing that I wish I would have done, once my best friend had her son, she was having difficulty, so she asked them for a pump. I never asked for a pump. But when you get the one that is in the hospital, they, if you can't take that one home, but they give it to you in like the little bag that comes with all the parts, that stuff you can take with you. They gave her basically the thing to do manually. I wish I would have had a manual pump because sometimes it's a struggle and it's frustrating, and it's like sometimes not even worth it to pump when you have to go through like all the different stuff to physically get together to pump. With that, a pumping bra. I did not go out and purchase one. I had an old bra that fit kind of snugly, but kind of snug. I cut a small slit in it, like in a T, to where I was able to put the shields in it, like from this side, and then be able to attach it. So I did not have to go out and physically purchase a pumping bra because those can be expensive. I tried one that was more like a sports bra one from Medela. So it did not work. It hung over. I was always like leaking all over the place because it gave me no support and it didn't sit up. So taking an old bra that you have that, may be a little snug, but as long as you can still clasp it, it's only going to be on there for about 10 or 15 minutes and you can take it off and do whatever. That worked for me. So that was a lifesaver. That's something I could not live without, was my homemade pumping bra. The another thing, when I did give him, breast milk in a bottle, I love the breast flow bottles from First Years because of the way that it is made. He did not have any nipple confusion because it is a thicker nipple, and it caused him to have to, like with the regular bottle, you can just suck on or push it down and that nipple is going to open and the milk is going to flow. With the breast flow one, he had to pretty much do it the same way he would do the breast. So he had to compress and suck in order to like effectively get the milk out. So for him, there was no nipple confusion. It worked for us. He went seamlessly from bottle to breast. And I love those because once we did introduce formula, and once after he turned a year and he was able to take regular milk, since I was still breastfeeding, we didn't really have to waste money on milk because I was still breastfeeding. We used powdered milk whenever we needed to supplement in order to have to not buy formula, which can be expensive. We used powdered milk. So those were convenient because they all come with a top too. It comes with the nipples. It comes with the top. We were able to put the water in them, store them in the cabinet, and the bottles that come in like the storing bottles for Medela, like the really small 2 ounces. I had one here because my mom had one. Like she had some breast milk that was still in her refrigerator from when he was like 6 months old when we came here, and I defrosted it. Oh God, I thought I had it over here. But it's basically the storing bottles for Medela. We would take that, and even with formula, so that it was quicker for us, we pre-filled those. Rather, like it's something we already had. We were no longer using them to store breast milk, so we didn't have to go out and spend any money, for like the little pods, like to store the correct amount of formula in. I would take those Medela bottles, fill it up with the proper amount of formula. When he was on formula for like during like the 11th month or whatever, after he turned a year, I would take it and fill it up with the required amount of like powdered milk. I already have the water like in the cabinet. Like I would pre-fill the bottles, put that cap on it, not the nipple, but the actual closing cap on it, putting it in there, and whenever we needed to, just take one of each, pour it in the bottle, shake it up, put the nipple on it, and that worked for us. It was a lot more convenient than physically always having to measure out formula or powdered milk. So that's also something that I could not live without, would be my Medela breast milk storing bottles, whatever the heck they're called. A nasal aspirator, but not like the regular one that they have in the store. They have an electric one that does wonders for like snotty nose and like getting things out. That thing works wonders. It's like $20. It's not a big investment. If you don't want to have to constantly pump and squeeze it out, they're at Walgreens. I don't think I've seen them at Walmart, but it's the electric nasal aspirator. It's great. God said we even use it now. We use it on ourselves and everything. When we have a cold and it's stuck up there and you're tired of blowing, you don't want your nose to get sore, that thing sucks it right out. Loved it. What else was there? I'm gonna do a video as far as things that that did not work for us, and it was pretty much a waste of money, like a swing. He did not like that, so I'm gonna do a video for that. Things that just pretty much was a waste of money for us. Let's see, what else was there as far as the things that I could not live without, or things that kind of helped us. Okay, I'm running a blank right now, so I think I'm going to kind of end it here because I don't want it to get too long because I'm trying to think. This one I did not have notes for, so I'm going to end it. If I think of something else, I'll just do another video and call it volume 2 to things that I could not live without. All right, later. Peace.